What's your English listening level? Take this interesting test to find it out. This test consists of 30 questions divided into 6 parts, which will measure your English listening comprehension. This test has 3 sections. Section 1 includes 10 questions that are designed for A1 and A2 learners or elementary level. Section 2 includes 10 questions that are designed for B1 and B2 learners or intermediate and upper intermediate levels. And the last 10 questions are for C1 and C2 learners or advanced level. How to interpret your score. After completing each section of the test, stop the video and count the number of mistakes in that section. If you make more than 3 mistakes in a certain section, it means your level is probably a bit lower. For example, if you make 4 mistakes in the advanced section, that means your level is probably B2, which is upper intermediate. Even if you're not an advanced English learner yet, we think you should go through the end of the test to improve your listening skills. Before we get started, grab a pen and a piece of paper or find a way to keep track of your score. After taking the test, don't forget to share your score in the comments below. Are you ready? Let's get started. Part 1. Listen to a conversation and be ready to complete the sentences.
Hello. Are you a student at this college?
Yes, I am. I'm new here. My name's James Barrett.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mrs. Williams. So how do you spell your last name?
It's B-A-R-R-E-T-T.
Sorry. B-A-R-E-T-T?
No, B-A-R-R-E-T-T.
Thanks. And your middle initial?
My middle initial is M.
And what's your phone number?
My cell phone number is 348-555-4226.
348-555-4226?
Yes, that's right.
And your home phone number?
It's 714-555-9027.
9227.
No, 9027.
Okay. And your email address?
It's jbarrett7@gmail.com.
Let me check that. jbarrett7@gmail.com.
Yes, that's right.
And what's your student ID number?
It's 2499734.
Okay, 2499734.
Right.
Great. Here's your new library card.
Thank you, Mrs. Williams.
Choose the correct option. Part 2. Listen to 5 conversations and match the people with what they are wearing. Use the letters only once. There are 2 extra letters which you don't need to use.
I'm looking for Carl.
Oh, he's wearing a jacket and tie, and he has dark brown hair.
Okay, thanks. Which is Natalie?
Natalie? There she is. She's wearing a long dress and she wears glasses.
Does she have long hair?
No, it's not really long. I'm looking for Andrew.
There he is. Over there. He's wearing a dark suit, a tie, and sneakers.
Sneakers? Okay, thanks.
Who's Martha?
She's wearing brown pants and a white blouse.
The one with a scarf?
Yeah.
Is Julie here tonight?
Yes, she is. See her over there? She's wearing jeans and a red shirt.
Jeans and a red shirt.
Yes, and she's wearing a funny hat.
Choose the correct option. Before beginning the next section, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Part 3. Listen to the conversations and be ready to answer the true or false questions.
Who's the driver of the car?
I am.
May I see your driver's license, please?
Yes, here you are.
What happened exactly?
Well, a car went through the red light. I slammed on the brakes and my car went off the road and hit the sign.
Did the other driver stop?
No, he didn't. He didn't even slow down.
All right. Could you come back to my car? I have to fill out a report. Mister, could I have your name, please?
Michael Dawson, D-A-W-S-O-N.
Do you have any identification?
Yes, here's my driver's license.
Can you describe the other car?
I don't really remember what it looked like.
It was a small car. I think it was a Toyota Corolla.
Did you get the license plate number?
No, I didn't.
Neither did I. We're just glad that we didn't get hurt. Or wreck our car.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you had your seatbelts on. All right. I think I have all the information I need.
May we go now?
Sure. I hope your car is okay.
Thanks. I think there's just a dent in the front.
Well, just be more careful next time.
Don't worry, we will.
True or false? Part 4. Listen to 5 people talking about what they are going to do on Saturday and be ready to complete the sentences.
I have a very busy weekend planned. On Saturday, I have roughly 10 hours of work. However, I'm really looking forward to Saturday night. I'm heading to David's party, my friend. He throws amazing parties all the time. Sundays are off from work, but I still have to write a paper for my history class all morning and afternoon. Then, on Sunday night, I'll go to the movies with some friends.
It's going to be an amazing weekend. I'm eagerly anticipating Sunday afternoon. My soccer team is in the championship game. I'm hoping we prevail. I'm taking my friends to the beach on Saturday, and on Saturday night, we're also having dinner at my favorite restaurant.
This weekend doesn't really have anything going on for me. I didn't want to make any significant plans for this weekend because I was so busy the previous one. Last Saturday, I went hiking and played volleyball. On Sunday, I went for a long bike ride. I'm just going to read a book at home this weekend. I'm looking forward to spending the weekend at home alone and relaxing.
My friends and I are planning a road trip to Florida this weekend. After class on Friday, we intend to depart. We'll arrive in Miami sometime after 6 p.m., right in time for supper. We'll most likely hang out at the beach on Saturday. All night long, we're going to sing songs around a fire. It will be incredible.
I plan to study most of this weekend, but on Saturday evening I'm going over to my friend's house. It's her birthday, so she's having a few friends over for dinner. I'm really looking forward to seeing her. We haven't seen each other in 2 months. I knew I wouldn't have time to go shopping on Saturday, so I bought her a birthday gift on Friday. I got her a sweater. I hope she likes it.
Choose the correct option. If this is the first time you're watching our video, we recommend you take our listening tests designed for certain levels of English to improve your listening skills. The playlist link is in the description below. Part 5. Listen to Anna Roberts sharing her personal experience about obesity and fat phobia. Be ready to answer the true or false questions.
For as long as I can remember, I have been overweight. I was ashamed of it even in my early preschool years. It wasn't that people were rude or unsupportive. I did, however, learn that my mother, who is also obese, thought being obese was undesirable because she was always worrying about how she looked and how valuable she was. I went to a school with a strong anti-bullying policy, so no one was cruel or unpleasant. But that was worse in some ways. I felt like I was being avoided rather than accepted because no one ever said out loud that I was heavier than the other kids. I've received a terrible deal of treatment ever since. People who tell me I should pay extra for public transportation frequently make fun of me. I no longer allow that to affect me. I find it concerning that so many individuals these days have such negative attitudes toward weight. My acquaintance was so anxious about her weight that she went on medications. Everyone just complimented her on how amazing she looked when she was so slim. They ignored her problems and continued their conversation. We truly must make a change to that. Additionally, there is a great deal of prejudice against obese people in medicine. They inevitably have to sit through a lecture about how their weight affects their health when they seek medical attention. Research shows that when two people with similar complaints see a doctor, the skinny person is more likely to get checked and treated, while the fat one is passed over and told to lose weight. To receive the respect they deserve, they must be rude and demanding. But most of the time, they put off getting medical attention until the issue gets worse. The growing number of overweight people around the world is widely regarded as an issue. There is a growing movement of people who argue that being overweight need not be unhealthy at all, and that obese people can be just as healthy as those who are considered to be at a certain ideal weight. I fear that overweight people are seen as a problem that has to be fixed, even if I'm not qualified to comment on whether that is accurate. It appears to grant others the authority to view ourselves as inferior. This kind of stigma wouldn't be tolerated if it were a sexual or racial issue. People make assumptions about overweight individuals all the time. It is said that we are unruly, sluggish, and unattractive. I'm not bothered by the perceptions of strangers, but even among individuals who are well acquainted, these stereotypes endure. My friend, who lost a lot of weight, was promoted twice at work in a matter of weeks. She received praise for how much her work had improved. She had always given the company her best, so she couldn't believe it. It's crucial to remember that being overweight can both contribute to and be a symptom of bad health, and that the stigma that fat individuals experience is more damaging than any illnesses they may have. Even more evidence is mounting that these attitudes contribute to obesity. They undoubtedly cause problems with mental health. This trend can only be reversed by positively portraying overweight individuals. Attitudes against both fat and thin people need to be addressed. Every industry should contribute to bringing about change, including the media, fashion, culinary, and medical fields.
True or false? Part 6. Listen to a radio program about extraordinary medical conditions and be ready to answer the true or false questions.
Hello and welcome to the program. Today we're looking at extraordinary medical conditions, and our first story concerns a young American girl named Olivia Royce. Trevor, tell us about Olivia.
Olivia Royce suffers from an extremely unusual illness that renders her painless. Although this could appear to be beneficial, it can be extremely risky and even lethal. Olivia, for example, is incapable of sensing extremely hot or cold temperatures, so if she happens to drop a spoon into boiling water while cooking, she will reach in reflexively to retrieve it without realizing she's burned. Until her fingers start to swell and become red, which happens virtually every day, she's unaware of her injuries.
I see the problem. So, when did Olivia's parents notice that something wasn't quite right?
Well, Olivia was a very unusual infant in that she cried very little at all, and then at the age of 6 months, she seemed to be unaware of a terrible gash on her eye. Initially, the specialist believed that she lacked sensation in her eyes, so he referred her to the hospital for examination. Olivia's parents were informed by the medical professionals 12 months later that their daughter had congenital insensitivity to pain.
Wow. What did her parents do then?
Since they were at a loss for what to do, all they could do was try to keep Olivia safe. They installed the softest carpet they could find and got rid of all their furniture with sharp corners. Teachers at school kept a close eye on her. She had a designated person to watch over her on the playground, and the nurse always gave her the once-over before letting her return to class. Even so, mishaps did occur, such as the occasion when she broke her ankle and her parents were unaware of it for 2 days.
Oh, how awful. Trevor, how common is Olivia's condition?
Olivia was the first patient the doctors had ever seen with it, they reported at the time of the initial diagnosis. There wasn't much information on the internet because the illness was so uncommon. Olivia's parents made the decision to go public in an attempt to locate another person who resembled their daughter. After reaching out to their neighborhood newspaper, the story was picked up by a national publication. Olivia was interviewed on TV, and their story was featured in magazines and online. The family was eventually able to contact scientists who could assist them in understanding Olivia's condition thanks to all of the media coverage.
What is it that causes the condition?
It's an inherited illness. Normally, when we come into contact with something hot or sharp, our skin's nerves send electrical impulses to our brains, triggering an emotional response. But one of Olivia's genes has undergone a mutation. Because of this modification, the brain and nerves are unable to communicate, which means that no electric signals are ever generated.
Olivia sounds like a remarkable young woman, Trevor. Thank you for sharing her story with us. And now let's move on to someone else with an extraordinary medical condition.
True or false? Well done for making it all the way through. Keep in mind that we have only tested your listening comprehension, and this test doesn't define your overall English level. Don't forget to write down your score in the comments below. If this is the first time you're watching our video, we highly recommend you take our listening tests designed for all levels to improve your listening skills. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe because more valuable content is on the way. See you in our upcoming videos.